All right, update time. Scott Perkins, Bearded Butchers. Today we're going to be updating you on not this place, but across the street. So if you watched the previous videos, a lot of questions that we were asked are, what are you going to do with that building? Get a quick shot there, Seth, and we'll walk over there and talk to you about it. This is where the Bearded Butcher YouTuber gets sent sky high by a semi. No, but we've been getting a lot of questions. We want to bring you an update, kind of tell the story. We had a plan in place from the very beginning on what we wanted to do. And obviously, historical building, we wanted to preserve as much of it as we could. Now, I want you to keep in mind, we've got a 5-acre lot here, huge parking lot, and we're building with expansion in mind. However, when we're doing that, obviously being, economically tuned to what our needs are now, we don't want to overreach or overbuild. So we know that right now we have specific need of warehousing, fulfillment, and administrative offices. So we're focusing on those. What we've done is we've taken down the what would have been the timber portion or the old portion of the barn. Now, that was reclaimed. So we actually had a local guy that approached us, and he reclaimed all that wood in there. It's going to be used for furniture and other things. In doing so, we opened up with more space to expand in the future. Now, this building on the end here was a newer addition. It's a pull building. It's going to be basically refurbished. It's going to get new siding, new roof, doors, windows. It's going to be blacked out. And that's going to be where we use what we use for some agriculture. We have some pieces of equipment we want to store, but mostly for overflow. So if we get in 40, 50 pallets at a time, we're going to overflow them into there. Let's take a quick look at what the inside of this building looks like now. Now, construction is set to begin. You can see we're still doing some demo work here, taking just some of the old foundation down. Now, if you're wondering what's going on there, we had to take some panels off so that we didn't lose our roof, because the back of this roof is actually exposed to the west. Inside this building, this is going to get completely redone. So we're gonna have our first floor. When you walk in here, is going to be clear span. This is where we're going to do all of our fulfillment. So we'll pack all of our Bearded Butcher blends, spices, sauces, apparel. Everything that we do is going to get packed on the first floor. And on the second floor, we're going to have our administrative offices. We're going to bump this building out to the west some, so we have just some more space here. But this really opened up and cleared out for us once we got that old arena out of here. And look, we understand that, we have sentimental value, things like that, but we have to purpose this building so that we can use it now, that we can get an ROI on it, a return on our investment now. Now in the future, the sky's the limit. So back here, this would have been where all those livestock pens and everything were. We're going to leave this as, some of this concrete slab will remain, but we're taking out the block foundation and the docks and things like that. But yeah, and then the great thing is we have this beautiful view to the back here. We're going to be able to film some content. And like I mentioned, we can now go that direction, front of the building. Obviously, one of the number one things people have asked is, can you do a restaurant? Well, of course we can do a restaurant. We've got plenty of room here. Kids are growing up. We've got another generation. Who knows what they might want to do. So, God willing, we had to take it down to this point to build it back better. We're going to make sure that that claim is actually a founded and true and built back better claim by the grace of God. Right here, Bearded Butcher headquarters. And so if you can imagine, and just to give you a little idea of where we're at, we're shipping, roughly 100 packages or more a day, depending on where we're at. That's being done out of another warehouse that we currently rent. We have right around 30 employees in the company. We've got some remote workers. We've got kids coming on. We want to centralize. We want to bring headquarters into one spot where, if we're butchering across the street, we can walk right over here, whiteboard ideas, come up with new products, come up with new ways to bring you content. And then, of course, we've never really actually had a studio somewhere that we can do, a more structured environment where we can have all of our stuff set up. So we plan on doing some stuff like that there, maybe podcasts in the future. I know those are really popular. I like to ramble on. But I think what's important about something like this is that we intend to take a building that had, nearly 70 years of a need for a building like this, and we're going to, God willing, turn it into another 70 plus years. And to do that, we first need to repurpose it for the best fit for our needs now, and then maybe we can get into the other stuff that, who knows. One of the biggest advantages, we have this big asphalt parking lot. And when a few years back, we were actually looking at where we might be able to do a headquarters. We own some properties that are empty lots. And then, just by the grace of God, it's been almost exactly a year since we purchased this building. This popped up. And the fact that it is located directly across from our existing butcher shop and kind of what we use for our headquarters is just an absolute godsend, because having a parking lot, having utilities, the ability to bring semis in and out of here, and then to be located right across the street from us, we couldn't have planned it any better. So as we continue to grow, you're going to find out that we've got a plan in mind. We feel like that we're, by the grace of God, given some really good opportunities. We want to continue to bring those opportunities to you, the customer. Hope you enjoyed the update. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.